We continue with a flashback to the past where we uncover the origins of Cyan's animosity towards Will. Upon joining the academy, the magicless student was bullied by most of his fellow students. However, there were a few who offered their support to him, and surprisingly, one such person was the young Cyan. The little fire mage burns off the note that was mockingly stuck to Will's back. And when little Cyan meets up with the magicless boy, in his own way, he offered to help and protect him. However, lost in thought and utterly dejected about the possibility of never seeing Elfaria again, the magicless boy offered nothing but a vacant stare. And so falsely believing that Will saw himself as superior, the seeds of hatred were sown within Cyan. In the present, the confrontation between the two continues with Cyan urging Will to stop defending and attack him with everything he's got. Back in the arena, the exuberant Myas excites the bewildered crowd by commentating on the sudden conflict between teammates. And as the crowd is engrossed in the spectacle of it all, we see the cutesy version of Iris as she cheers Will on. She even gets invited to take a seat beside Rosti. Meanwhile, the contest rages on. We see Colette as she battles Julius. Then on to Wignall and his group, who effortlessly dispatch another one of Julius's clones as though it were nothing more than a minor distraction. Back to the fight between teammates, Cyan summons a flaming falcon and launches it at his opponent, but with the use of Colette's Earth Gauntlet, Will is able to neutralize the attack. And as the fire mage prepares his next attack, he once again remembers Will's perceived slight against him. Realizing that Cyan will not let this go, Will resolves to face him head-on. A smile appears upon the fire mage's face as at last his enemy has acknowledged him. He launches yet another flaming falcon at Will. And even as the magicless boy manages to evade it, Cyan is able to change its direction and steer it back towards Will. And as Will launches himself at Cyan, and the mage's falcon is about to detonate upon him, an immense earth barrier is thrust up from the ground, separating the two. They look up to find a somewhat scantily clad Colette sternly admonishing them for fighting one another. And as she lectures them, Cyan is embarrassed as he pretends to look away from the Earth Mage's boobas. Will eventually offers his jacket to Colette, and upon promising Cyan to one day resume their duel, he rushes towards the stadium to confront Julius. Back at the arena, the crowd cheers at the arrival of Julius and his group. However, they are immediately sent into a raucous frenzy as Will surprisingly leaps into the stadium. And as the episode comes to its climactic close, the two students prepare to face off against one another.